I think well, it wasn't a surprise. The number, 5 million people affected by this policy, is a significant number, and it was enough, frankly, even though there are 11 million, more than 11 million immigrants illegally in this country. That number was big enough to satisfy a lot of the advocacy groups that have been so critical of the president for not taking any action up until this point. They have told him in no uncertain terms that by taking this action he would be poisoning the well. Not only would it hurt the chances of any immigration overhaul legislation, that it would also hurt relations on any legislation that the president could possibly cooperate with Republicans on. So that remains to be seen, because some of this obviously was an attempt by Republicans to keep him from doing this. Now he has done it. So does it create a fight? Does it create the possibility of a showdown over spending bills, for instance? Well, he needs to, as I said earlier, he needs to sell this. He needs to sell this even though he doesn't need Congress to pass it, and he can veto efforts that they may take to unravel it. He still needs to sell it to an American public that's not all that convinced that he should be doing this on his own. There are recent polls show that there is support within the public for some of the ideas behind the overhaul of immigration, but they don't necessarily think that he should be doing this without the support of Congress. So he needs to go out and make this case. He needs to make two cases. One is that he has the authority to do it, and the other one is that Republicans have the opportunity to cooperate with him and pass legislation. He also needs to get and convince immigrants who might be a little worried about actually participating in these programs, given that he only has 2 years left in his presidency. Given the criticism from Republicans, there might be some immigrants who really don't want to come out of the shadows and do this, because in 2 years it could be undone.